We all know it starts with the cell, and for some species, it ends with the cell. But for others, cells come together to form tissues. Tissues form organs. Organs form organ systems, and organ systems combine to form an organism. And all plants and animals have these things. So yes, plants have organs and organ systems as well. We don't really think about that very often. Well, you probably never thought of it, but it's true. Okay, so each part of a cell, or sorry, an organelle is a part of a cell. So you've probably seen in the last couple of weeks a picture of this is a plant cell. And inside the plant cell are these different parts, and we call them organelles. So every cell is made of several organelles, and each organelle has a specific job to do. And so some examples would be the nucleus or the cell membrane. And this would be like the papers that I started off with when I was organizing our office. So what you need to do is all of this stuff right here, you need to write. Okay, so the next part is cells. So all these organelles come together and make a cell. There are specialized cells that have specific jobs to do, such as blood cells, nerve cells, or root hair cells, which are in plants. So anything that's over here, anything that's written on the screen is what you're going to write down in your notes, where the lines are for each level. So here is a plant root hair cell. So this right here is part of a root of a plant. And you can see the nucleus. This dark spot right here is the nucleus in each of those cells. And so the cell, it's, shaped like a rectangle. And then there's this part that sticks out. And this is the part that kind of anchors the root into the soil. So there's an example of a type of plant cell. And then we have lots of different kinds. The video mentions some of those. So the next level is tissues. So tissues are made of several specialized cells that work together to complete a specific job. And examples would be muscle tissue, connective tissue, and nervous tissue. And even within those types of tissues, there are other types. So there's 3 types of muscle tissue, but they all perform generally the same job. But they're even more specialized. So like the video said, nerve cells come together to make nerve tissue. Muscle cells make muscle tissue. This is kind of gross, but any kind of meat that we eat, like chicken or beef or pork, that's muscle. You're eating muscle. And so you can't see the actual cells, but you can see kind of the different, like, if you cut a piece of meat and you can kind of see that it's striped, basically you're cutting into muscle tissue. Epithelial cells, and here are bone cells, which are called connective tissue.